Hello, good morning, students. Today we are going to begin a new chapter, chapter 16, climate. What is climate? What is season? What is weather? We all are listened or we all are heard about these other words. There are differences for each and every word. So first we'll see that what is climate. Climate is an average of atmospheric condition over a long period. So climate is for a long period. Generally, climate is determined from the average weather condition of summer, winter and rainy season of a place for about 35 years or more. How we are determining the climate? From the average weather condition of summer, winter and rainy season. So it will be about 35 years or more than. In short, climate is an average of long-term atmospheric condition. You can underline your textbook. What is climate? Climate is an average of long-term atmospheric condition. Next, we'll see that what is weather. Weather is an average of short-term condition of atmosphere. Short-term condition of atmosphere is weather. Weather can change at any time during a day. So maybe in the morning one type of weather, then in the evening other type of, the afternoon other type of. So in a day there are changes for the weather. Change in weather condition depends on air temperature, air pressure, humidity, rain, fog or amount of clouds. Why this weather changes is happening? Depends on air temperature, air pressure, humidity, rain, fog or amount of clouds. Weather affects our daily agricultural activities. See, because for our agricultural activities this weather is affecting. Indian Meteorological Department publishes a daily weather map and a report of the entire nation. India shows a large diversity and characteristic in climate condition. So in the climate condition, we can see in our country the large diversity. Season change in some part of the earth according to the wind direction. How these seasons are changing? According to the wind direction. So the winds which change their direction according to the season are called monsoon winds. So whenever there is a changes are happening in the according to the wind, so that is known as that monsoon winds. These winds are so named after the Arabic word mausim. So this mausim is an Arabic word. India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan and Myanmar are Asian countries which experience monsoon climate. So in these are the countries are experiencing what? The monsoon climate. Next we will see that change of season. So why these seasons are changing? Revolution of the earth around the sun and her axial tilt are major reason for changes in the season. So some that this earth will comes, the revolution of the earth around the sun. The sun will come in a come and her axial tilt are major reason for changes in season. The axis of the earth is tilted at a 23.5 degree and makes an angle of 66.5 degree with the orbit. You can see from the picture. So why these changes are happening? Seasons are caused due to the axial tilt. Region receiving more sunlight experiences summer. So wherever there is a more sunlight is there, so there it will be summer. And region receiving less sunlight experience the winters. So if there is a less sunlight, so in that place or in that region experience the winter. Sunrise fall vertically over the Tropic of Capricorn on 22nd December. So you can outline your textbook. The sunrise fall vertically over the Tropic of Capricorn in which day? 22nd December. So the southern hemisphere experiences summer and the northern hemisphere experience the winter. So that is why then in the north part experience the summer and other part then winter. So in the south part experience the summer and north part experience the winter. nights in India are longer and cold in winter. So night in India are long. The night time is more only in India, and cold in winter also the same. Similarly, the sun rays are vertically over the Tropic of Cancer on 21st June. So you can underline that one. So sun rays fall vertically over the Capricorn, that is on 22nd December. Then sun rays are vertically over Tropic of Cancer, Capricorn and Cancer. So that will be on 21st June. So you just remember the Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer. So Capricorn, Tropic of Capricorn on 22nd December, then Tropic of Cancer on 21st June. So the days are longer. So everything is given in a picture. Changing season. Then next we will see that rotation and revolution of the earth have a direct impact on the food, clothing and residence of man. So that is why some of the impact also can be seen in the food, clothing and residence. In monsoonal countries like India, the winter and summer monsoon winds, which change the direction according to the season, affect the seasonal weather and give peculiar characteristics to the weather of every season. That is why climate is called monsoonal climate. So you can underline that what is monsoonal climate. Next we will see that variations in the climates of India. There are many variations in the climate of India. Some of the variations we can see in Indian climate. South India has a peninsular shape. So South India has a peninsular shape. Hence it experiences moderate maritime climates. So in the peninsular shape having for South India, so experience a moderate maritime climate, while climate become more continental while going away from the seashore. A large part of North India is away from the seashore, so it experiences the continental climate. So the large part of North India, it is away from the seashore, that is experience the continental climate. The Tropic of Cancer passes almost through middle of India. Tropic of Cancer, you can underline that one. Tropic of Cancer passes through middle of India. Then area of the south of it falls in torrid zone, while the area to the north of it is in the temperate zone. So you already know now what is torrid zone, what is temperate zone. Different zones are there, frigid zones are there. So the area of south of it falls in torrid zone, while the area of the north is in temperate zone. So north and south. Then as a result, there is a large difference in the temperature and rainfall in different parts of the country. So already we said about then the torrid zone and temperate zone will be the climate condition, or then what happened? For that reason, the large differences can be seen in the temperature and the rainfall in the different part of the country. Example, the temperature in Leh and Dras in north of Ladakh is as low temperature as 45 degree Celsius during winter. 45 degree Celsius during winter. Sri Ganganagar and Alwar in Rajasthan record 51 degree Celsius high temperature. So low temperature it was 45 degree in Ladakh. Then in Rajasthan 51 degree high temperature during the summer. Summer and winter, that much differences we can see. Similarly, Cherrapunji in Meghalaya in East India gets about 1200 centimeter rainfall annually. Annually means in the yearly, getting 1200 rainfall. Where? In Cherrapunji, Meghalaya. Then Mausiram, about 60 km away from Cherrapunji, is famous for receiving maximum rainfall during 24 hours. So maximum rainfall is getting for getting for Mausi Niram. In the west, the desert of Rajasthan receive only 10 to 12 centimeter rainfall annually, very less rain getting. So that is for Rajasthan because that is the desert area. Contradicting climate conditions are seen in our country when one region has devastating floods, on the other face drought due to intense heat and scanty or absence of rainfall. So we can see in a country differences are there in the climate. So maybe in the climate condition, one of the area will be what is in the floods, then too much of rainfall and all. But in the other places, what happened in the other state, maybe they may not have even the rain. That is why facing the drought or the more heat or the intense heat and scanty of the thing, and also not getting the rain. Some regions face devastating effects of thunderstorms, sandstorm and tropical cyclone, and also some of the effects we can see that thunderstorm will be there, sandstorm will be there, tropical cyclones will be there. These all happen because of what is in the excess rainfall. The seasonal weather has diversified effect. Because of that, different types of effects are there. Next we'll see that factors affecting the climate. Which are the factors are affecting for climate? There are some factors on the surface of the earth which control the distribution and amount of elements of climate. These are called climatic factors. So some of the elements are affecting for the climate. That is why there are some factors on the surface of the earth which control. What is control? Which control the distribution and amount of elements of climate. So these are called climatic factors. So what are the factors affect the climate of India? We'll see in the next point. The first one is that latitude. So latitude is one of the factor affecting the climate. Climate type on the surface of the earth changes according to the latitude of the place concerned. So because of the what is in the climate type of the surface, the depends on the surface of the earth changes according to the latitude of a place concerned. There is a distance of about 111 kilometer between two successive latitudes. The distance from 111 kilometer between two successive latitudes. Sun rays fall vertically over equatorial region. Hence it is very hot because sun rays fall vertically. Already we discussed in the first paragraph. So sun rays fall vertically over equator region. Hence it is very hot throughout the year. India is divided into two zones of different climatic condition, which are torrid zone and temperate zone. These are the two different climatic condition, torrid zone and temperate zone. So second point affecting the climate, that is distance from sea. The distance of landmass from sea is another important factor affecting the climate. Landmass means the large area, the wide area of the land. So the distance of landmass from sea. So it is how much away from the sea, that landmass, that is one of the important factor affecting the climate. Water and land have different capacity to absorb and release the solar heat. So water is having one type of capacity, for land is having other type of. That is why different capacity to absorb and release the solar heat. As a result, coastal region experience temperate climate. So in the coastal area, that in the coastal region experience temperate climate. While the climate becomes continental in the interior place away from the sea coast. So the landmass, the wide area of the land, in that places what happen, then interior place it will be less. So that is why the climate of Mumbai in India is temperate, as it is near the sea coast, because Mumbai is near the sea coast, that is why temperate zone. Then while it is continental at Nagpur or Delhi, as these places are situated far away from sea, because these are the places Nagpur and Delhi. Nagpur or Delhi is is situated away from the sea. That is why these places having the what climate temperature, the temperate condition will be there. Third point is altitude from the sea level, the height or the altitude from the sea level. From the sea level, how much it is above. As we go higher in the atmosphere from sea level, air pressure and air temperature decreases. So, whenever it is going up, then air pressure and air temperature decreasing. While the higher relief gets more rain. Due to the high altitude, the Himalayan peaks remain snow covered throughout the year because whenever it is going up, having the snow. Then moist air cools down when it is rises and gives rain. So whenever that moist air is cools down. Then when increasing altitude of the mountains in Meghalaya, the rainfall increases. In generally, air temperature decreases at 1 degree Celsius for the ascent of then 165 meters or by 6.5 degree for an ascent. Ascent means descent and ascent. Whenever it is going up, every 1000 meters from the surface of the earth. So in that cases, then temperature decreases. Whenever it is going up, the temperature is going down. Next we will see that atmospheric pressure and winds. India falls in the path of northeast trade winds. These winds originate due to tropical high pressure belt in the northern hemisphere. These winds deflect due to the Coriolis force and blow towards the equator. In past, these winds were utilized for oceanic trade. For the oceanic trade, this wind is important. So these are called trade wind. For the trade purpose, that wind is helpful. That is why it is known as that trade winds. As these winds blow over landmass, they contain less moisture. The Indian Ocean is located to the south of India. So you can underline these are the things in the textbook. The Indian Ocean is located in south of India. Means if you are taking the map, it will be in the down. Then Arabian Sea lies in the west. Then the Bay of Bengal is in the east. So these are the the oceans we can see in our country. Due to this vast water mass, the winds passing over the absorb moisture and bring rain in India. Then next we will see that during winter, high pressure develops to the north of Himalayas. Cold and dry winds from this region blow towards the oceanic area where low pressure is created. During summer, low pressure develops due to high temperature over Central Asia and Indian landmass. Low pressure. At this time, high pressure prevails over Indian Ocean in south. So winds tend to blow from the high pressure over Indian Ocean to low pressure in North India. That are the differences. We can see that. These winds are known as southwest monsoon winds. They contain moisture and bring rain in India. Sometimes a peculiar phenomena takes place over a place located far from India, which creates temporary changes in the long-term climate pattern. Some of the in the long-term climate pattern is happening. So why? Because a peculiar phenomena takes place over land, the places located far away, far from India, which creates some of the temporary changes. So phenomena in which are like a jet stream, western disturbances, EI Nino, ITZZ have affected the Indian weather to a great extent. So some of the the changes can be seen. However, the monsoonal characteristics of climate of India remain unaffected. So students, next part we will see in the next section. Thank you students. Thank you for listening my class.